This is take 3 of this video, just a little behind the scenes. Woo! I'm committed to creating this video for you. And every time I tell the story, because I'm going to tell you a story, it deepens. So maybe I'm just meant to tell it again and again and again, but this is the last time. Third time is a charm. Okay, so you know those times in your life where you something happens or you're a witness to something and you it's something that you just can't get out of your mind. It's like it's a situation or something that sticks with you forever. So what I'm going to share with you is one of those situations. It's just like, and I often think about this, I don't know, a lot actually. Okay, so there is this trail, this in San Francisco, actually it's in Pacifica, a town outside of San Francisco, that I used to walk my dogs on, and it's parallel to the ocean. My computer's been wacky, that's why I keep having to redo it. Please do this. Okay. And I was walking my dogs. It's like parallel to the ocean. It's this beautiful trail, and I see ahead of me a boy. I'm gonna call him a boy. He was probably like in his 20s, but he was definitely young, and he looked like a runaway or a homeless person or both. And he was with a beautiful dog, like a husky type of dog, and they just caught my heart. There was something about them, and I could tell that they had been walking a really long time. And I'm walking behind them, and there's no one else out there except them and me and my dogs. And I'm starting to make up all these stories, like what his life is like and what his adventures are like. And in San Francisco, there are a lot of runaway kids. There are a lot of a lot of runaway kids. And I was a runaway kid. I ran away to Mexico when I was 14 with another girl. Granted, I lived in El Paso, Texas, so I lived on a border town, and I ran away to Mexico. Juarez, Mexico, still so freaking dangerous. We were there for 5 days. I think I just said that. If I did, I apologize. And I didn't want to come back, but she did. She was like, she was breaking down after like the 5th day. And I'm like, we're not going back. That's my Aries in me. We're like, we're not going back. My home life was really bad, like really bad. But we ended up going back, and my life changed after that, in not a great way, but it changed, it shifted, and it started me on a different path. So anyway, when I saw this boy in front of me with this dog, uh, the reason it really hit me so hard is because he's me. I'm him. That could have been me. That probably should have been me without my determination and without just the path I was on in changing my life. That definitely could have been me. Now, this is the part that just hurts my heart so bad. At one point, he picks his dog up because his dog's feet hurt so bad from walking, and his legs hurt so bad from walking for so long, that he picks his dog up and puts it's like heartbreaking, his dog over his shoulder. And watching them, and it was getting dark, and watching them in front of me with the dog, and there was something so tender about it, and so loving and so sweet. It was like these two have each other. And I prayed and said a prayer, please help them find their way. Please help them find their way. And here's the thing, maybe they've already found their way. I don't know what their way is, but it really, really hit me. And the reason it hit me, one, because he's me, and two, I know I made up all these stories that he was very much alone, and he could have been, but I felt very alone for a very long time. And I was very alone for a very long time. So what I did was I became very committed to creating a family of my own. I became very committed to creating community of my own. Most people that are in my community, not the one in the spiritual warrior, but people that like my friends and my spiritual community, every single one of them I paid to be a part of a community that they are a part of, or I took classes with them, and they became my family. They became part of who I am because I was willing to invest. I was willing to do what it took to create a community. And we're here in Arizona now. We've been here less than a year from San Francisco. And my focus this year is to create a community. Oh, my computer is acting. It's doing it again. You know what? I'm not gonna reschedule. I'm not gonna reschedule. I'm not gonna redo this. So I'm just gonna work through this. It's going to be a little wonky. You'll see it. The video will not match my voice, but you'll hear the words. Um, but I'm committed now to creating community. So why I want to share this with you is because if you feel alone at times, or maybe you can be in a room full of people and feel alone, if you feel like a starseed, an indigo child, or you're just like, I just don't belong here, or I feel alone in my marriage, I feel alone when I'm with my kids, I may be surrounded by a bunch of people, but I feel alone, I haven't found my tribe, I haven't found my community. If this is the story you're telling yourself, and even if you're like, man, I'm in my community, I rock it, I love my community, there's always more. We are pack animals. We are pack animals. Even those of you that love, I have a Cancer moon, I have my little, I'm alone all day long, except, I'm on Zoom all day, but I like get used to being alone while everybody's gone for the day. And I need that alone time. I do. But there's a difference between like hiding out and being alone, right? And there's a difference between isolating and being alone. So if you find yourself isolating because the world is too much, or maybe you have stories around communities or being in groups, I'm going to encourage you to really start poking holes in those stories. And if you're out there and there's a part of you that is searching for your community, start praying, start setting the intention that your community is going to find you and you're going to find your community. Now, my communities have changed over the years. I started, they've just like, as I've grown, my communities have grown. And there's been a few people that have stayed consistent. And my vision with the Spiritual Warrior Group is that we're creating community. We're creating community. I've had groups I've been teaching for 2.5 years. So, and we're growing slowly, right? We're going slowly from people that, even people who show up in the Facebook group and have never actually paid for a class or a course with me, or people that come to the webinar. We're creating community. Now I want to create more. I have my first live retreat at the end of this month, which is so exciting. A spiritual warrior retreat is going to be so fun. But wherever you are, create community. Be willing to put yourself out there. Be willing to invest your time, resources, and energy into creating community. Because as we're going through whatever it is we're going through into the wowing 20s is what the Palladians call it, the wowing 20s, you're going to really want to find your tribe, your community, your soul brothers, your soul sisters. And this is not about taking away from you being alone at times, right? Like we all need that time to reboot and da 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 da. This is about heart connection. This is about knowing someone speaks your language and sees you and you see them. So if you find yourself hiding even parts of yourself and you're ready, even if you're not ready, maybe fake it. Like get ready, because we're stronger in numbers. We're stronger in community. And just thinking about the boy with the dog on his back, how much love there was there. And I was in a story that he was searching for his family, searching for his loves, searching for his soulmates. We don't need to search. We just need to show up. Seriously, I used to think we needed to search for our soulmate. We don't. We don't. We just need to show up. Set a prayer. Be willing. And your soulmate family, your soulmate lover, your soulmate whatever, you may even be with your soulmate. We have so many soulmates, right? We have so many soulmates. Many of us have been in past lives together, but be willing and show up and stop hiding. Be willing to put yourself out there in groups. It's exactly what I did. I am a girl destined to be just like that boy, walking alone on a beach with a dog, with nobody. Now, I don't know if he had nobody, but this is a story I made up. That is me. I'm supposed to be that, but I refuse. I refuse. All right. We're stronger in numbers as humans. Woo! Okay. My name is Beth Osmer, and I will see you on the next video.